Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. Today we're checking out a super sweet Grixis Midrange brew for Standard by Takako Yasuki, so congrats to Yasuki for building a really sweet deck. Anyway, quick reminder, before we break down Grixis Midrange, if you enjoy this deck and want to see it made into videos, take a second, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos for the following week. So this is just a deck, it's almost exclusively black and red, it's just barely splashing blue, but it's basically built around really efficient, powerful, evasive creatures. It's not so much synergy based, there's no crazy combos, you're just playing good, really powerful stuff at 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up the curve and saying, alright opponent, can you beat these creatures? So there's no, cryptolithrites and tapping things and comboing off. That's not what this deck is about. You are just putting your cards on the table and hoping that their insane power level is enough. So Olivia, you don't have any madness synergies, you don't really have any vampire synergies. It's really a 3/3 flyer for 4 that you can discard a random land or something you don't really need to haste in your other big flying creatures. Speaking of things you can haste in, Drana's a pretty decent one, because with haste and that +1/+1 counter, it's a 3/4 with first strike, and when it deals that first strike damage, it's pumping your Olivia and any other creatures you have on the battlefield. Moving up the curve, it doesn't get any easier for the opponent. You got 2 Cletus and 4 Thunderbreak Regents at 4 drops. These cards are just super powerful. Thunderbreak in specific, coming down off of Olivia, on curve, you discard a land, get a 5/5 hasty Thunderbreak. That's going to close out a lot of games. And then the 1 blue card in the main deck, Dragonlord Slumgar, 2 copies. Good way to steal a Planeswalker, steal a creature, and is a pretty legitimate threat on its own when it comes down with haste. Plus, you got the Havens of the Spirit Dragon to get back your Thunderbreaks, get back your Dragonlord Slumgars, so you can even discard them to Olivia in the early game, knowing you can get them back with your Haven in the late game. And then we got the Goblin Dark Dwellers package. So Goblin Dark Dwellers, the 5-drop, also super powerful, menace, so it's hard to block, and lets you flash back an instant or sorcery with converted mana cost 3 or less for free when it enters the battlefield. So what do you got to flash back? Well, Draconic Roar, solid removal spell, you got those 6 dragons, so it's often going to be dealing some damage to the opponent as well as killing your creature. Grasp of Darkness kills even bigger creatures, even cheaper and more efficient, and Ruinous Path can hit a Planeswalker as well as a creature. And then moving down the list, Transgress the Mind for some discard, some hand disruption, Read the Bones to make sure your hand is full, keep the cards flowing, and then Kolaghan's Command, another way to get back your big dragons, cards you've discarded to Olivia, and loop with Dark Dwellers even. You can get back a Dark Dweller with a Kolaghan's Command, cast Dark Dwellers to flash back the Kolaghan's Command, get back another Dark Dwellers. It gets all out of hand really quick. So pretty much, that's what the deck is trying to do. Play big, evasive threats, back it up with really efficient removal in black and red, and hope that that power level is high enough to take over the game. As far as the mana base, like every 3-color standard deck, Evolving Wilds and a bunch of basics, followed by Wandering Fumarole as the creature land, some more dual lands, nothing too crazy. In the sideboard, this is the control deck package. Fevered Visions. We've played it with tutelage and stuff like that. It can just beat control decks on its own. If you just stick a Fevered Visions on turn 3, a lot of control decks don't have a good way of dealing with it, and it will just draw them to death over the course of the game while refueling your hand, letting you draw into your big powerful stuff. So I'm assuming that's mostly for those matchups. Slumgar's Command, another Planeswalker removal spell, and a counter, and it does a ton of things. And Duress for additional hand disruption. Against aggro decks like Humans or Bat Company, you get 4 Sweepers with Radiant Flames and Kozilek's Return. And then against Eldrazi, you get Infinite Obliteration to exile the World Breakers. You can exile Dragonlord Atarka, Ulamogs, whatever is the big problem. And then Virulent Plague to help take care of tokens decks, shuts down the 4-color rights like combo with Eldrazi Dysplasia and Brood Monitor. And that is Grixis Midrange for Standard. So the deck is pretty unique. It's cool to see Drana seeing play along with Olivia. Those are cards that just seem so powerful but have never really got their chance to shine. So maybe this basically red-black, just barely splashing blue Grixis Midrange deck is the path forward for Olivia in Standard, at least until we get some more sweet vampires in Eldritch Moon. Anyway, that's been our Grixis Midrange Instant Deck Tech. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.